Hello, welcome back to a playthrough of Exile 2 Crystal Souls. Last time we finished exploring this kind of original starting area of the first game, right? Kind of the mid-east, right? And we were looking for a Slith fort of some kind to do a quest that we got from somebody. I will have to go back and remember exactly. It's probably somebody in Silver, I would think. I know Fort Draelon wants us to take out the giants, so yeah, Silver must be the place that gave us the quest. Regardless, we didn't find it. We did explore some other things though. A Nephilim fortress of some kind. And yeah, so I think we're gonna do a little bit different. So there's a bunch of islands to the west that I want to kind of explore really quickly and just make sure there's nothing interesting that we might be missing. So it could be a secret here. There's not. But yeah, we're gonna kind of explore the river system a little bit, and I think within I guess we went here before. Oh, okay. Okay, we already found something nice. As you enter this tiny cavern, you would swear you hear high-pitched giggling. Oh no. You look around but don't find any creatures. What you do find is a gold amulet carefully laid on the ground. Okay, let's go ahead and save, and I imagine we're gonna have to fight gremlins? I don't know. Okay, this is really sus. Why would they just give us a necklace for free? That's really strange. It has to be cost, I would think. And we will cast identify. It's, it's expensive, but I'm very curious what this is. Gremlin amulet. It is cost, but it's very valuable, so I guess we can sell it. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that, but okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's keep exploring the outskirts of the honeycomb. Let's see, there's nothing in the... Yeah, we've already done that. Obviously, we don't want to go too far because this basically is a new part of the map. In fact, I think this is probably as far as we want to go. Because this will take us down to... I guess... Fort Emerald or... something around there. Okay, we're gonna go back up. That could be an island though. It is. Okay. Oh, wait, let's actually try to get the outskirts of this place. And that way we will have less to do when we come back here in the future. I remember in the first game there was secrets along this western side. But again, we don't need to do it just yet. I just want to find them now. So that when we come back, we have less to do. Okay, that's nothing there. But yeah, so I'm fairly positive the slits are not in that area that we were searching last episode. So I think we have to continue north, and we might as well go finish the quest at Formello to destroy the demon altar or whatever. And that will be good to finish that. And it's nice to just explore the river system a little bit, just to get the map kind of filled out a bit more. Obviously it's largely the same map, right, as the first game, so we've already technically done this. But it doesn't really feel like it, it still feels like a new game. You stumble across an Empire watch post positioned with an excellent view of the mainland to the east. The gods decide to fight to maintain the secrecy. Okay, thankfully we were in a boat, so I don't think we have to fight them if we don't want to, and I really don't want to, so we're not going to do it. I guess it could potentially give us a cool item. But okay, yeah, there's actually a lot of them in this area. Okay. You know, the slits probably all in the swamp, I would think. But okay, so this is the other part of the area that we couldn't finish exploring because of the failure. So that's interesting. Okay, this is new. We go ahead and explore this. This is kind of its own little place. That's kind of cool. Okay, I don't remember this. You find a heavy stone door set rather incongruously in the cave wall. Letters suddenly appear in a tracery on a flame on the smooth surface of the door. They spell a simple grimoire and password. You say... Skulls? The door swings smoothly open, and you pass into the cave beyond. Then you find supplies, heaps and bags and boxes of them. Food, arrows, darts, melee weapons, armor, even spell components, all neatly stacked and bagged, all bearing the symbol of the Empire. You have one entry into an Empire supply cache. Now what? Well, I mean, why do we burn it down? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's looted. You reach for a sword and know it's too late. Oh, great. A thin layer of brown dust on it, and a touch it billows into the air, causing you to choke and gag. Ice screaming, you flee the cave. Ugh. Like, what is that? Like, I mean, like... Okay. So... We got the password only to not be able to loot? Bag of rations, several crews of arrows, only find them coming. Interesting. The Empire traps its supplies. Cleverly, you leave. Okay. I guess let's burn it. Then. The Empire may have placed defenses to keep the stuff from being stolen, but they were notably lax when it came to making it indestructible. I imagine that would probably be harder to do. Much of the stuff burns, that which doesn't easily melted with a few simple spells. Within minutes, the supplies laboriously brought from the surface are suit into rubble. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't exactly how I planned for it to go, but it, you know, I guess we did get one over on the Empire to some degree. Okay, let's go ahead and head back down and see if there's any more islands that we need to look at. I know we're kind of going all over the place, but I just like to section the game off. It just makes it easier to kind of just, you know, play, because it's kind of big, you know, there's lots of things to do. Find a small tribe of slits. The band seems to have revolted to barbarism. They speak in grunts and hisses rather than actual words. They are inclined to attack humans on sight. Yeah, so the Nephilim and slits seem to be upgraded from the previous game, because I think they would typically flee. So obviously they're not doing that now. Regardless, we should be able to win this, I think, pretty handily. It is a big group of them, though. Lots of mages, too. Okay, we got course. That's not great. Let's do Blessed Body, counteracts the course, and Major Haste. Oh, interesting. He must have cast... let's see, we attacked a priest, so it must be a priest spell, I would think. Yeah, I'll look it up in a second, but there's a spell that basically reflects the melee damage. Oh, it doesn't reflect, it just reciprocates it onto the person that attacks, right? It's like Mortal's Shield or something. So to see the AI actually cast that is pretty interesting. It's pretty effective, actually. I mean, obviously, you know, for it to work, you have to be taking you know, ideally high amounts of melee damage, so it's not actually, you know, great for you as a player to use it, but the AI, you know, they have a bunch of these dispensable units, right? So they don't really mind, I don't think, if a bunch of them die.
On who?
Really annoying.
On who?
Okay.
Mmm.
That was more than I was thinking. We got a great heal, plate. We'll take the plate. We'll leave everything else, I think. Okay, so that's one island down. There's a few balls. There's not really that many, but there's definitely a few. There's nothing there. Try to fill out this map, though. You find beached on this remote island the wreck of an Exile boat. Been struck with several spells and is no longer seaworthy. Strangely, there are no bodies around. Almost everything in the boat has been looted. You do find one thing of interest, however. A small water-stained package. It has been partially ripped open. You see it contains unfamiliar orbs. The ink on the label has run, but you can make out one word. Dolmen. Interesting. Okay, that's a quest. Probably. I feel like it should go in the special items section. That's kind of cool. It keeps track of how many we've destroyed. Okay, that's cool. It saves us some tracking, I would imagine. Oh, we actually could fill out the rest of this as well. Yeah, what's nice about traveling by boat is you don't have random encounters. Now in the next game they might add sea monsters, you know, I'm not sure, so you know, we'll see. You investigate this small island covered with tall, elegant, untouched toadstools of all types. It's an unusually unspoiled place in these increasingly crowded caves. You leave it that way. Nice. It's a good thing to do. And I think it's everything. Okay. You know, again, the purpose of this raid is, you know, import, right? It just kind of gives us less to do later on, and it just kind of makes things go a bit smoother. So, and you know, I think it's fun. You know, the water is a nice change of pace. You know, you get a little old of looking at green, you know, fungus, fluorescent, you know, tile, or cave ground, whatever you want to call it. It's nice to see the deep blue. You don't see anything here. And then, yeah, this is just what we've already explored. Okay, that is that. So let's save the game. Let's make our way... It's hard to say what would be the best option. We want to get to Formello, so we could go all the way to the right and just basically go up this way. We could alternatively go all the way up here and then travel through here and get to Fort Draco and then kind of backtrack to Formello. So this way would actually, I think, end up exploring stuff here as well, which might be valuable. So I think that would be the more interesting way to do it. So let's go ahead and make our way. Again, one tile is essentially 1 mile, and you can imagine the amount of distance we're covering is just ludicrous. In the next game, there is actually a time feature, so the world changes over time. So you actually have like limits to the time that you have to do quests and stuff. So it's kind of unique in that way. Like traveling this much might actually like have a real impact. Yeah, we already went there. Okay, so this is new. Just kind of make a way. We went here. I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, I am mistaken. Obviously, I thought we went to a place like an alchemist up in the northeast area of the map in an earlier episode. Obviously not here because this was blocked by the burials. So yeah, this place is huge. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. So I guess we'll just kind of start exploring this. You know, eventually we'll find stuff that we're looking for. I'm hoping the enemies up here will be weak enough that they're just gonna flee. Because we've kind of been to this area before already. This is kind of like the beginning of the game. So hopefully we can just kind of explore in peace for the most part. Check for secrets to your heart's content. Yeah, the Ornea will probably not flee, but giant spiders will, so that's good. Yeah, I feel like we made a mistake. I think we should have. Well, we might be able to get back though. Let's see. Okay, nice. Okay. You have no idea what it would be doing here, out in the middle of nowhere, but on the floor, right out in the middle of the corridor here, is a crumpled length of pink ribbon. Oh no, wait a second. The gremlins had a quest for us to find their female gremlins who wear pink ribbons. So that would indicate that we are, I guess, kind of in the right area for that quest. That's actually kind of cool. And we're not having too much luck with finding it though. But it's definitely in this northeastern part of the map though, so we have at least figured that out. Okay, we could just go down this way. And that would be kind of a dead end, so let's keep going south. Giant spiders, they should flee. So, should be safe. Okay, this is the giant fortress that Fort Draenor was talking about, so if we're filling up well, we could do that. Probably gonna be a lot of combat. We need to get the boat and come back this way and explore what this is. It probably just connects to that, but still. So at least we know what this quest is, or mission, excuse me. So at some point we do need to go back to the, I guess it would be the castle to upgrade our clearance. And we need to go back to the Tower of Magi to buy level 6 skills. Interesting, at the side of the crude pathway we find a small shard of pink ribbon. Okay. So yeah, the gremlins all around here, but we haven't found them exactly yet. So I think if we take the boat, we might be able to find them. At least that's the hope. Okay, so we actually already had a boat, I guess, for this level, which basically just ran this way. We could, yeah, let's actually take the boat and go to Flamello that way. I think that would probably minimize the amount of combat that we have to go in, but that's not what we want to do because... how do I get the map back? No, oh, that's fine. One of these has an altar that we need to destroy. So I'm trying to think what that would be. I think it was down here. Maybe no, could it? No, it could have been this one. Okay, I'm gonna look this up real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I think it is this place, the Blasted Ruins. So episode 16, we fought an undead horde in this place. I do actually remember that, and yeah, I think it's this room here. So go diagonal. Okay, we gotta... Oh no, we gotta fight through all the enemies again. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, You're kidding me. Oh man. Like, this is not right. This is just not right. Yeah, let me do, Hailstorm. Okay, obviously it is...
Cool.
Okay, so I'm probably just gonna cut to this point because, you know, this was a lot of trying to figure it out. We had to fight through some enemies. We're gonna have to fight through enemies on our way back, but I do believe this is the altar. So if we click destroy, doesn't work. because we have to do this. Cast one location filled with evil. Location receives a blessing. This might drive out evil magic. Then again, it might not. Okay. You perform the ritual carefully, aware of the possible deadly consequences of screwing up. As it continues, the altar begins to vibrate. Flickers of red and purple are visible under its surface. Something reeks of decay. You finally finish the ritual, drained of energy. You look at the altar. At first, it appears unchanged. Then you see it. It has many hairline cracks running along its surface. The stone is still there, but its power has left it. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna make our way back to Mellow and we're following the quest. Okay, so we finally found the right person, so let's go ahead and read. He listens to your description of what happened. Well done. Starts filling out forms. This will count towards you getting the higher clearance. You apply for higher clearance at the castle. Thanks for your help. Okay, so that is that done. So I know we've done at least 3 missions, so we all due for higher clearance. Once we do the giant fortress, we might be at 5 or 6. I can't quite remember what we're at now, but we're going to do that. Well, the sliths, potentially, we could do that too after the giant fortress. So yeah, we're definitely going to be good on clearance, I think. But yeah, it's pretty cool to come back to Fomello after so long. It's been like, I don't know if it's been 50 episodes. That might be exaggeration, but it's definitely been a while. So yeah, so between now and next episode, I'm going to make our way back to the giant fortress, and we'll do that next. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.